Today I am going to show you how to set up your Caddie SC4 launch monitor perfect every single time. Just before we get stuck into this video, just a reminder that you can now become a member of the Scratch at 50 channel. It costs less than a cup of coffee from Starbucks a month. You get extra golf psychology advice with lots of other perks. To find out more, click the link in the top corner right now. So first off, if you haven't got the carry case as part of your purchase, I really recommend that you get it. One, it protects the launch monitor. It means transporting it around, it's protected, it's a lot easier, but also you get this very useful setup template, which I am going to be using as part of the setup today. The key pieces of equipment that I'm going to be using today for the setup is obviously the launch monitor, the template, and a tape measure. I will also be using my phone to Bluetooth to the device once we've got it set up. So the first thing I do is measure out 5 feet on the tape measure, because that is the exact distance that the launch monitor has to be from behind the ball. Then I lay down the tape measure from my hitting area where my balls are going to be, and then I line up the tape measure directly in a straight line with my target. So now I know this is exactly the right distance behind the ball, and also it's going to be easier to line up with my target. The next thing I do is I then line up these 2 vertical lines on my template in line with that tape measure. So we now have a straight line completely through the template, through the tape measure, all the way through to my target. So you will notice on the top of your launch monitor is a red line. So what we do now is we line that red line up with the lines on the template, which is obviously continuing down the line of the tape measure. We also have these horizontal lines on the template that make sure that we are getting the launch monitor square. So the first thing I do is get the launch monitor perfectly square to that horizontal line, and then I look down the line and I can see that red line is perfectly matched up with the line on the template, perfectly matched up with my tape measuring line, all the way through to my target. That is the easiest way to make sure that the launch monitor is set up at this point perfectly in line with where you're trying to hit the ball. So now that I know that the device is perfectly set up on my target line, the next thing to do is to turn the device on from the back, and when it comes on, you'll see it display a number. It boots up and that number is 0. That is what you want it to be. If that is not 0 and it's another number, then you need to tilt the launch monitor with the the bit that comes out at the back that supports it to change the angle until that gets to 0. So with the Caddie, you get this little remote, and on here you can change all kinds of units of measurement, some of the display on the actual monitor itself, but the main purpose of this is that you have to tell the Caddie launch monitor what club you are hitting. So if I was going to hit a driver, for example, you would tell it to hit driver, or in this case I'm going to hit an iron, so it's saying 3 iron, 4 iron, 5 iron, 6 iron, 7 iron, 8 iron, 9 iron. So I'm going to hit a 9 iron. I've told the launch monitor what club I'm going to hit, and now it will give me some accurate data. As soon as you change your club, you must remember to use the remote, or you can Bluetooth your phone to do this and change the club that you're hitting to make sure you're getting the right data. So it's as simple as that. That launch monitor now is perfectly set up, and now all you have to do is hit the ball. The only other thing you have to think about now is to set the volume control on the launch monitor as to how high you want it to tell you how far your clubs have gone. You can obviously set that to 0 if you want to have it completely silent, because sometimes there's some people around you that may not want to hear that while they're practicing, or especially if you're using it out on the golf course. But apart from that, now all you have to do is hit your golf shots. yards. 138 yards, that sounds about right. So yes, That is what you do to set the Caddie SC4 launch monitor up perfect every single time. Getting those little accessories really makes a difference. It's pretty low cost, but it really does absolutely ensure that you've set it up perfect every time, because it is very important that you do that if you're going to continue to get not just accurate data, but consistent data as well. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope you found that useful. If you've got a Caddie SC4 launch monitor, or you're thinking of getting one, in my next video I'll be giving a full review of this launch monitor and my findings that I've been using it now over the last 3 months. So I'll see you in the next video.